Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Health Begins with Mom podcast. This is Dorit Palvanov, your host. If you're new to me or to this show, this is where we talk about the intersection between your health as a woman and a female, your sacred work in your home and with your family, as a wife and a mother, and how all of that is standing in the way of tapping into your life's work as a healer and creative. So today I wanted to talk about something that has been coming up in my coaching sessions with mothers and women, and that is this really profound way of us referring to ourselves and identifying ourselves. And a lot of it is obviously done subconsciously. And so that is what I call I am statements, right? So let's start by me asking you this. If I were to ask you who you are, what would you say? I am what? I am a woman, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, yeah, all that beautiful stuff. But then what else? What are some things that you tell yourself on repeat, subconsciously, unconsciously throughout the day that is basically standing in the way of you manifesting the life that you want, right? So I can give you some examples of the things that I used to tell myself all the time, and I still tell myself some of those things. But now that I have the awareness, I'm really working on shifting away from that kind of mindset. So some of those things were, I am weak, I am a loser, I am a bad mom, I'm a sucky wife, I am I'm a bad friend, I don't give enough, I am a bad daughter, all of that. You got the idea. So when we say things like I am and then something negative, what happens is that we eventually are creating neural pathways inside of our brain that are being basically ingrained in us and become a part of our identity. So a great question to ask yourself is, do I want to be identified like that? And most women I work with would say, no, I don't want to be identified like that. Okay, and so then the next question is, how do you want to be identified? So a lot of them will say, well, I want to be like that person that I look up to. I want to be, I want to feel really strong as a woman. I want to feel confident. I want to feel like I trust my body, like I trust life, I trust people. And so most of these women will tell me that, even though they've been referring to themselves and identifying themselves with, these really mean and nasty adjectives, they feel out of alignment in their life. And the reason is because you are really out of alignment, because your higher self knows better. Right? And so most of us are almost like we're in this continuum of knowing that, knowing better, but actually treating ourselves really crappy. And I think for me, for example, I use my parenting, the way I parent my girls, as a way to really parent myself. And so obviously when my girls are going through hard times or they feel really, hard in life, how do I parent them? What do I say? So for the most part, I would be really compassionate and kind, and I would be like, oh, sweetie, don't worry, it's okay, don't worry, it's just a matter of time, and you're gonna be okay, and you're still, you're still young and you're still learning. So I'm so, compassionate to them. But then when it comes to parenting myself or treating myself, I don't. I'm not compassionate. I'm not kind. I'm such a bitch to myself. Why is that? And so many times it's because we are just unaware of the presence of the higher self inside each and every one of us. And when you know about the presence of a higher self inside each and every human being, including you, you take it into consideration in your decisions, in your actions, and in your thinking. You give it space and you counsel with it on a regular basis to help you tap into your intuition, which is your inner compass as a woman. The more out of alignment you feel, the more separated your higher self and the body are. So let's talk a little bit about your higher self. Your higher self is a piece of source energy. It is a piece of God. You guys know that I'm a huge believer in higher energy, higher source, the universe, whatever it is you want to call it. I call it God. And if she or he is almighty and incredible, having the power to manifest and create, so are you, because you are a piece of her. I love Dr. Wayne Dyer's children's book called I Am, Why Two Little Words Mean So Much. I highly recommend you guys to get this book. If not for your kids or girls, then for you. And this is what he says in the preview of the book. The meaning of I am. As you read my book, you will notice that many of the sentences start with the words I am. These are two of the most powerful words you can use to begin a sentence. The important thing is what words you use to finish that sentence. Anytime you start a sentence with I am, you are creating what you are and what you want to be. I'm going to repeat that. Anytime you start a sentence with I am, you are creating what you are and what you want to be or to become. At the same time, you are also showing whether or not you are connected to the energy of God inside of you. So if you sometimes say, I'm bad at this, I'm ugly, I'm stupid, etc., etc., these words take you further and further away from the part of you that is God. When you choose to say, I'm happy, I'm kind, I'm perfect, I'm resourceful, I'm whole, you help the light of God inside of you to grow and shine. So try saying some I am sentences and see how the different words you choose make you feel. And here's another quote from Dr. Dyer's book for adults called Wishes Fulfilled, Mastering the Art of Manifestation. The Creator has planted within every creature a fragment of himself, a spark, a spirit of the same nature as himself. And thanks to this spirit, every creature can become a creator. And this means that instead of always waiting for their needs to be satisfied by some external source, human beings, and women in particularly, can work inwardly by means of their thought, their will, and their spirit to obtain the nourishing, healing elements that they need. This is why the teaching that I bring you is of the spirit, of the Creator, and not of the matter. Now, how amazing is that? So, as you go along in this process of becoming the woman that you are, healing yourself and opening the gates of possibility to yourself, really showing up as the mother and the wife that you want and crave to be, and then also bringing and understanding and figuring out what it is that you're destined to do in the world. As you go along with this process, you will see that the process of mothering our children is really a quest for mothering yourself. So from now on, I want you to choose wisely your I am statements, because this is step number 1 in manifesting and creating the life that you truly crave and desire. So today's message is super short, but it is so powerful as it repeats again and again in my work with women. So if that has been helpful, I really hope that you find this illuminating and helpful. And if you enjoy this show and feel called to help me share this message with more moms and more women, please write an honest review on iTunes. I think this is the first time I'm actually asking you guys to do this, because I've just learned that when you guys have reviews and when you write reviews, this helps to bump the show and in ranking and show it to more people so that more people can find us and, and hear this message. So you can do this on iTunes or also on Stitcher. And really, this is the best way of showing your appreciation and love, and also showing me that you actually care about this message and that these words help you become a better version of yourself as a woman, as a wife, and as a mother. So from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for being a listener of the show and for showing up for yourself, for choosing yourself every single day, because guess what? You matter. You are worthy. You are divine. And you are a child of God. So I'm sending you much love and healing. See you next time.